YOLO, amazing people of YouTube. So today I want to talk to you guys about depression. I was in depression from my teens, somewhere around roughly 16 years old, all the way until I was 32 years old. And I wasn't just in depression, man. I was manically depressed, heavily depressed. And I'm gonna share a lot of stuff that I'm usually very uncomfortable talking about. But today I ran into an individual, man, and I immediately know when you've been in depression, you see depression in other people. It's so obvious. It's like how can I say it? It's like a sunburn, right? Like it's that obvious. So anyway, man, this guy, he was just telling me I need some help, man. I feel like killing myself. And I told him, hey, man, one day at a time, bro. Like, I've been there, man. One day at a time. Just make it to the next day. You know? Now, my depression, people fall in depression in different ways. I didn't have a singular traumatic event and I just fell in depression. Mine was an accumulation of everything that happened to me in my entire life. We grew up rough, right? So I grew up on the east side of Hollywood, and it was a pretty rough place to grow up, man. Like, by the time I was 6, I knew everything there was to know about gangs and drugs and the street life, and we were out in the street all day, and it was just, you could imagine the type of shit we were in constantly, and we didn't have to go look for it. It found us. But I guess all that stuff has an effect on someone, So by the time I was in my teens, I was really seriously depressed. And I'm talking about to the point where I would wake up and my first thought would be, why the fuck didn't I die in my sleep? Or I'll think, like, how the fuck did why couldn't I have just, I just want to go back to sleep, I just wanted to sleep. Because me going to sleep was me turning off. If I had a dream, at least that dream wasn't the reality I was waking up to. And if you're someone that's in depression, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's like that the cloudy sky, that cloud is always on top of you, man. It dulls the colors, it dulls the sounds, it dulls the tastes, it dulls everything. Nothing is what it should or how it should be, And I would I'd wake up thinking about suicide, and I would think about it throughout my day, and that would be my last thought before I sleep. That I hope I don't wake up in the morning. And this happened imagine, from 16 until I was 32. And I never attempted suicide. I fantasized about it, I thought about it, I considered it so many times. I knew exactly how I would do it, but I never attempted suicide because it was not gonna be an attempt. If I made an attempt, I was gonna kill myself. There wasn't gonna be an attempt, and I always thought to myself, man, just like one day I was in depression. And imagine, that's over 10 years, man. That's almost 15 years, right? 16, what is that? That's 14 years, 32, 15, 16 years, yeah. 16 years of fucking depression, dude. Horrific depression, man. I didn't want to see friends. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything. But I was still a functioning manically depressed person, man. I was putting so much shit on my plate just to keep myself busy. You know, like I opened up my own business, and I was working somewhere else. I was going to school. I had a girlfriend. I had chicks on the side. I had friends. I was hustling. I was doing every fucking thing. I was juggling as much shit as I possibly could. And the real reason behind it wasn't just this drive for me, like, to try and better myself. Because I always thought, like, you know, you should always be trying to better yourself in one way, shape, or form. But I was just trying to keep myself overwhelmed and busy. And even that wasn't cutting it, man. It just wasn't cutting it. And it came to a point where I couldn't see my friends. It's like, and we would hang out every fucking day. You know, like, since 5 years old, I'd come home from school and I'd be on the street until it was dark out, like 10, 11, go to sleep every single day. Saying, in my teens, it was come back from school, hit the pool, hit the jacuzzi, drink a 40, smoke some weed, try and have a good time, and then repeat, rinse and repeat. And then in my late teens, it was, okay, now let me try and create some money and do that, and have the girlfriend, and I was trying to do fucking everything just to fucking survive, man. And it was literally to the point where there were times I didn't know I could make it to the next hour, dude. And I'm telling you, all my emotions had been numbed out. And even though all my emotions were toned down and numbed out, the smallest thing, the most insignificant thing, it could have been a look somebody gave. It could have been a word, a sound, or something. But with just, I would crack, man. All my emotions would flood, like, just in this knot. It was this knot of emotions, you know, just all tied up, just flooding me, right? And if I wasn't getting that flood, I was just zoned out in, like, I considered myself dead. Like, in complete honesty, I did not think I was gonna make it to 20. Like, to the point where I had not thought about what I was gonna do with my life after 20. I had no perspective or vision of my life beyond 20. But I did turn 20. And it was the most surprising thing to me that I hadn't fucking offed myself, or someone else hadn't fucking killed me. And then I turned 21, and then 22, and then by 23, I'm thinking, like, fuck, I might make it to, like, 25 and 28. And now at 22, 20, even though I like I said, I've been working since I was like 15, 16 years old, right? And I was going to school. I would ditch all the time and all this stuff, man. But whatever I was doing, I did not have a concept of beyond 20. It was just like, imagine if you were told you were terminally ill, and you just knew you were gonna die in the next year or two. Like, that's just a fact. And you just so happen to be 16, 17, 18, 19, right? So you had no concept of there's gonna be a after my 20s, right? Now I'm in my 30s, dude. And I'm telling you, it was a day-to-day thing, man. I was just constantly telling myself, just make it till tomorrow. Just go to sleep, man. Just go to sleep. Make it to tomorrow, you know? And it was sometimes, bro, just make it to the next hour. You know, it would be so hard and heavy on me. Like, just make it to the next hour, dude. And then make it to the next one, you know? And I was just like the depression came and pummeled me, the same way it just might go away one day. It did one day go away. Suddenly. Suddenly. At 32 years old, man, I woke up at the hospital. I'd been shot up, and I woke up from a 4-day induced coma. And the first thought I thought to myself was, holy fuck, I'm in a lot of pain. Because all the damage, the surgery, I was immense pain, man. They had me on every type of fucking painkiller there was, man. There was a shortage of morphine, and they were giving me whatever the fuck that thing is that's killing everybody now, man. That synthetic opioid, man. And it was barely taking the edge off. But my first thought was, holy fuck, I'm in so much pain. And my second thought, instantly, within like the first 5 seconds of waking up, was, holy fuck, I'm not in depression. Like, that cloud was gone, man. In the amount of pain I was in, that cloud was gone. And it wasn't like I've never been in immense physical pain before. I've broken so many bones, man. So many bones. Breaking bones hurts. Especially when you break important bones. Like, I remember when I broke my left arm, I broke both the bones, and like I passed out from the pain. It was that severe, you know. And the pain of depression is completely something else. It's undescribable almost. We don't have the words to properly describe what depression is. For the life of me, I cannot explain to someone what depression is that has not gone through it. Only people that have gone through it know what the fuck it is, man. And the reason I'm making this video is in the hopes that I hope I reach someone. Maybe that one person. I don't fucking know, man. And you know what? You're not alone. You are not alone as you fucking feel. As alone as sometimes you want to feel. And as alone as you don't want to feel. You're not alone. You're not alone in your pain. You know, people are going through it at the same time as you are. Just make it to the next day, man. Just tell yourself the next day and the next day and the next day, man. I did that for years with like hope hanging from a fucking shoestring. That, who knows, man, maybe one day I'll wake up and I won't be in this depression. And the sad part about it is, man, like you start getting comfortable in the depression, man. That pain becomes a part of you, and it becomes a part of all you know, because it encompasses every fucking thing. Everything. From the moment you open your eyes to the moment you shut it. It's in your dreams even. It's while you're sleeping, you're in it, man. And I'm telling you, hope was like just hanging by a fucking shoestring of just, I hope, man. And I guess the only thing I can say is, man, like, love yourself, dude. Just love yourself. as much as you hate yourself during that period of time, you hate yourself for how you're feeling, and you might not even know why you're feeling that way, but you're not alone, dude. Go get help. Go get help, man. Don't be afraid to tell the people that love you and care for you that you're in depression, man. And it's really weird because, like, I had certain people in my life where I knew they loved me and I could feel that they loved me. And then I had other people in my life that I knew they loved me, but I didn't feel the love, and that was especially from my family, like I knew they loved me, but I just, my family is like old school, like they didn't have that warmth like that, so knowing and feeling are different things. But I felt it in the homies. The homies loved me. Like my girlfriend loved me. I felt that, right? And even they don't know. They didn't know. I can't even blame them. They didn't even fucking know. They didn't even know what to say. And sometimes it's like, as a man, like I felt weird. Like I wanted to be cuddled sometimes, and it wasn't like under the sheets cuddle. Like sometimes I just needed a fucking hug, like just some warmth of just someone close to me to just hug me and say it's okay that you're feeling like this, and it's okay. It's gonna be all right, and it's a fucked up heavy thing to be in, man. I still remember all that shit, and man, just if that's what you need, man, go get that hug from your homie. It's all right to tell people what you want sometimes, man. It's all right to tell people, hey man, like, I need this from you right now. I need affection. Just tell me it's gonna be all right. Get help, dude. And the reason why I'm saying, like, let your friends know, let the people that care for you know what's up and what's going through your head, so that they can at least try to fucking help you. At least they can be on your ass in one way, shape, or form about, man, did you contact the doctor? Did you talk to the doctor? Did you get help? Are you taking medicine? Are you doing, like, just, you don't need to tell the whole world, but at least tell a few people. Like me, I just wore the mask. Man. And obviously my friends knew without me saying it, but they didn't know how severe it was, And man, this is making me sad as fuck right now, but it's nowhere. This is sadness that I'm feeling, and it's sympathy for myself and empathy towards myself and all the shit I went through, and I hope it reaches you the way it should, man, because I don't like putting myself in this mind state, in this emotional state. But if it's gonna help someone, it's okay, man. I'm willing to do it, man. But get help, dude. Go get antidepressants, whatever it is. Fuck all that shit, man. It's better to get antidepressants. Try it out. Try it out, dude. Better than just fucking suicide. Better than that. Like, I would tell myself, man, like, I'm not gonna kill myself unless I'm out of depression. And if I'm out of depression and I still feel like killing myself, I'll do it. Fuck it. But not while I'm going through it. Because I had to be certain that this was something I wanted to do and not just the depression making me think this. And once I got out of depression, the suicidal thoughts, man, they changed. You know, everyone always, it crosses everybody's mind. But like, it crosses their mind, like my mind, differently. It does not cross my mind like it's a good fucking idea. You know? Yeah, that's the big difference. So, I don't know, man. I hope I get to someone with this shit, man. And it's one day at a time, dude. One day at a fucking time. Take it one day at a time. 1 hour at a time when you need to. You know? Keep yourself busy. Go to sleep. Whatever it is, man. Whatever it is that's gonna make you go through. But get help, dude. You know, medicine and all that stuff, it's come a long way. I went through it with self-medication. I didn't go through it with medicine, of which now looking back, that was a big mistake. I should have went to a doctor and tried antidepressants. Looking back, that was a major mistake on my part of not doing that. And because I was wearing the mask and I was shielding myself from even my friends and family, and shielding how vulnerable I really was. You know, it's like from the outside I was this tough motherfucker, right? Like made of fucking stone, but just falling apart from the inside out, man. Just completely like mushy inside, dude, because everything was so fucked. Everything was so fucked from the inside. You know, I was so broken from the inside. But from the outside, I was hard as a fucking rock. So it was so difficult for people to understand the severity of what I was going through, because I wasn't sharing it, of which I regret not sharing it. Now that I'm out of depression, I don't have a problem sharing it. So, but while I was in it, was like I was kind of ashamed to admit it. But there's no shame in it, man. There's no shame in it. Just don't make the mistakes I did, man. Don't make the mistakes I did of not getting help and not telling people and not taking action and not trying to make changes and thinking that you're not gonna pass 20. You know? Like, my life would have been so much better if I had this perception that I might make it past 20. I would have at least organized my life a certain way. You know? And imagine all the way until fucking 32, I felt like, okay, at 30, I didn't think I was gonna make it to 35. You know? It was like, I might, because that's what I thought at 20 and I made it to 25. That's what I thought at 25 and I made it to 30. So I might make it, right? But there was no vision. There was no clarity, man. There was no... Don't think that way. Try not to think that way. Just plan for it any fucking way. Anyways. Solo, bolo, YOLO. Get help, man. Get help one day at a fucking time. 1 hour at a time. make it to the next day, and then just until the next day. But get help, man. Medicine has really evolved. Get the help you need, and you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. No matter how you feel at this moment, you do deserve it.